So much fighting for Zeyabazi. Reaper's March, Valenwood, the Imperial City. All for a soldier's dinner.
That's slander, friend.
A sharpened sword cuts both ways.
Alright, I think I got everything. I got a lot of things to talk about in regards to ESO streaming, though. So, hold on a moment. Let me just set up. Now, I'm gonna be honest. This series, so like what I'm doing, like Character Tales and Devils and Dragons, those are probably more interesting to me than Character Tales streams and Delves and Dragons, or, you know, the dungeon focused stuff, dungeon run streams I do. They're far more interesting than, let's say, a story focused storyline stream. Since this is technically the story stream stuff. I've been thinking that I'm debating if I want to cancel some series flat out. Either due to I just want to do them myself, because I've just been focusing on just trying to tackle some storylines, or like they either need massive reforms, so like treat them how I treated the last few years. Oh, and also I was playing the premise for this stream in a moment. Actually, I feel like I should get a document ready. Typing it out on my phone just sucks. Typing this all out, I'm like, wait a minute. I could just do this on, like, do I have a file in regards to streaming? Fuck. I have a gaming file. New folder. Stream notes. Create. I got a new file on my computer. Alright. I'm gonna need to take notes while playing this game, so. Elder Scrolls. Oh my god. Elder Scrolls Online. Hafvild Tales. Chapter 2 onward. As I'm starting to think this series will keep going longer than my other existing series on this channel. Anywho, Hafvild here is, well, she's a werewolf, first and foremost. She's also also, please let me know if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me when I talk low or quietly. Please let me know. Just please. Okay, so Character Tales character Hafvild. Actually no. Hafvild Tales Chapter 2. Alright. Bolden that. I'm not gonna... I think I mentioned Tales stream, so how do I do... Alright, bulletin board. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so for this series, like, just in case, just since I kind of reformed this series in a way, I now have it, like, this entire series is more focused on, the series is more focused on, like, not just stuff I normally focus on off stream. So, like, right now, the only actual story stream that I'm doing today, the only thing that I really gotta work on is Murkmire, and that's it, in terms of storylines. But I'm also allowing myself to do dailies now. What else? Dailies and just the other stuff in general, as long as it's not like dungeon focused. It's all outside of delve dailies. So outside of delve dailies, I'm allowing myself to do I cannot do dungeon runs, so no Infinite Archive runs, no like outside, like, again, a daily quest I can do. One daily, I am allowed to do anything. Basically, it's outside of, like, going to a delve, or going to a public dungeon, or a group dungeon. Although, there is another problem. Again, I mentioned this last stream, fuck this place so much. Fuck Cyrodiil. I don't care, like, Cyrodiil as a player versus player zone is actually hell. I'm not gonna defend it. I do, again, like, I'm not gonna stress this enough. In lore, I do not hate this area at all. In game, I do. In this game, I hate this place. Like, we're technically in Cyrodiil. Like, do I hate it? No, I think this area is good. But this area, the central area, the player versus player zone, in this entire game, I hate this place so much. Mainly because I've died so many times during, like, White Street Mayhem, and just in general, player versus player locations, and I just have a passion for hating it. And again, like, I've said this on multiple occasions, it also depends on time of day. Right now, it's actually torture. It will actually be a torturous experience for me if I went here. And it's not really what we're doing here. And the worst part is, like, if I want to do this stuff, which it has an interesting story, but I have to speedrun because I can get jumped by an asshole. Or what is that MMO term? Ganker or something? Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. And I'm not going to boot up this game at like 2 AM because I'm probably going to head to bed around that time. Since I need a better sleep schedule. Ah dear. Anywho, oh yeah, dailies. Okay, I now have a dailies tab. This is also easier note-taking because I am terrible taking notes on my phone. Like, I am so bad at it. Like, I mean, I could take notes on my phone, it's just not easy to remember, and also because autocorrect. Heck, fucking autocorrect. Autocorrect on Google Documents is not as bad as it is on mobile. And I'd rather deal with autocorrect on Google Docs over Google autocorrect on my phone. Also, Hafvild does have a mechanic that I have for the character, but I don't use it often. I really don't use it often, but let me just pull it up real quick. Actually, it really depends on what I feel like doing. Let me just get it ready. It's heartbreaking that a website that I enjoy is gone. Like, it is so heartbreaking. I think I mentioned the website was called Tamriel Vault, which, by the way, that was the website. Because it had like one page that I really wish was backed up, or someone had a copy of it, but now it's lost to me. And I'm terrible when it comes to designing character lore. Like, location-wise, like Hafvild's location, I can always say she's from like a small village that may or may not even exist by the time of Elder Scrolls Online or something. But honestly, I don't care about being like in-game lore accurate. I'm just using what exists from either the first game or what exists in general. Also, you gotta remember, I'm more casual when it comes to being lore accurate. Like, so I could always just say this character comes from like a small village near Solitude. That doesn't even exist in Skyrim or ESO. But it does exist in the first game. And that's the basis for everything I have. Anywho, outside of like some passionate ranting, let me find what I need, because if I can't find this, we can't get going. But if someone says, oh, but what about Murkmire dailies? Or going to Murkmire? Later. I'm going there later. I just gotta find one thing. Doesn't help that I'm not going to turn around. Damn it, where is it? Oh my god. There it is. Okay. There it is. Both books right here will be important to me for today's stream. Okay. Before we get going, I gotta check to see where I have to go first. It's just so I know what dailies I should do first. Hafvild. I can always use the old book. Hafvild.
Work hard enough and you'll be rewarded.
I can do it. Wait for the way Sherman's over there. Okay, so since Murkmire probably won't take too long. First and foremost, let me just pick up the dailies that I need. Let me pick up the dailies first. Also, if I'm not loud. What's up? I don't know. I don't know if people can hear me when I talk this slow. Or I'm trying. It's not easy. Plus my headset blocks volume. It's some stuff that's going on. Like, I can't just adjust it because it could break. Like, I told them, like, hey, if I bend my headset at a weird angle, it will probably break. So not to risk that. I mean, it is made out of metal, so it should be stronger, but I'm not gonna take the chance. It's expensive. It's expensive. Or at least it's expensive. Well, whatever. I don't know, there's just so much going on right now. There's just... Dark Anchors, East March. Please tell me this is all East March. But as I did say...
Over here! I just need a...
No. But as I did say... I'm thinking of either canceling some series for this game, reforming them so they can be multi-character, like the last couple series, but that does sacrifice those characters series, but I don't care.
The Order thanks the mad gods.
I could just combine them into like one big mega series, so that way I can just keep one title, but cancel or scratch out the others.
I just need a moment of your time.
So let's say Elsewhere. Let's use Elsewhere for example. If, for example, I did all the characters that have to do this storyline, I could just combine it into one massive series, focus on everything for that, but then as soon as it's over, I feel like it'd be more of like a race to see who can complete everything.
Grab.
I kind of like that idea. Like, one day, one chapter will be like how far one can go. Actually, one day will probably be. I didn't actually think about it this far. So one day will probably most likely be a race. Like, one day will probably be focusing on all the side quests that I can do in 4 hours, while another day will be focused on starting the main quest. All the characters will do the prologue quest, or skip it. One character will probably do the prologue quest, while another will probably skip that. I kind of like the idea, as I'm starting to like this idea more. I think it's more likable than what I have, or had. Actually, you know what? I'm leaning towards combining it into like one massive series. You know, I do like that. That does mean I have to scrap a lot of series. And again, I've done it before. But no, it's more for my personal enjoyment, rather than... So, if I do this, it'll be all for my own enjoyment, and just so I don't get completely burnt out on the game. Just dedicating it to, like, one character. I like the idea of doing that way. So, moving forward, probably starting next week, I'm probably going to start a new series, storyline, another storyline series for ESO. Probably, maybe, I don't know. And it's probably going to be the first episode of what I'm talking about, like, and it's just something different. If it goes well, cool. If it goes well and I like the idea, cool. But I don't know. First of all, it'll probably just be like the overall year, so like the Year of Dragons and Claws, instead of like individual series. But whoever I play as, so like let's say Hafvild, since I'm playing as her, she does not have to deal with that storyline on this channel, so I'm good. I'm good to just play it myself, actually. Actually, I might do that. I might write that down for this character to do.
Sated and ready to take on the world, huh?
Yep. Man, I have to go back to hell in Cyrodiil after this stream, don't I? Ow. I'm leaning toward it. I didn't really mention it on social media, but I'm heavily debating it because I put it to some thought. I haven't been, like, I enjoy the multi-character series more than I do individual characters. That's why I think after the Does Oblivion have good mead at the gates, or that the 2021 storyline? Yeah, 2021 storyline. Once that concluded, I want to do something different from now on. Like, I want to do something different for that game, for this game, for streaming this game, for as long as I am. I'm gonna do that. Some series will remain, don't get me wrong, some will remain the same. Like, I am gonna finish an Ordinary Problem with one of my other characters. That's not being cancelled, because, but it's only a hiatus until I finish the main quest with Adami, since that's who I was playing as. Since that's her, which I don't want to do the main quest or do the cold harbor stuff with her. Like, in the Dominion. I want to do it in my character's actual alliance. But then again, this idea I have does offer another interesting point of view. But although that does kind of mean individual characters, like, I am debating that. Like, but what does it mean for, like, this kind of only applies for the expansion paths, not DLC. Since the DLCs are more, I can do those individually. Yeah, so individual characters series is kind of out with me. But multi-character stuff and maybe a race to see who can complete everything within a suit. This also does offer me something interesting for this game if I do it this way. When it comes to individual characters, of course they're gonna have like their goals, but as like an overall series, like obviously,
Get out of there!
does that mean I'm just gonna delete or erase the existing stuff I have written down? Like I had like an entire list of titles.
Better luck next time.
Kinda,
Oh, wait.
but I'm gonna treat it like how I treated Delves and Dragons. It's gonna be a Delves and Dragons situation. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a Delves and Dragons situation where I just write down what I did, or type it down. Listen, I prefer this more than what I had. So, starting next week. That's the plan. I'm gonna start a new thing on the channel. Well, really it's like an old series, but it's gonna be like an expansion pack, but it's more gonna be like a combination of all of them instead of like individual characters. Since I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I don't want to separate my characters anymore. Plus, it'll help me complete storylines faster. Though that does offer, like, some characters will have different play styles than others. So, like, Adani, for example, I have to play Prime. Like, Adani is definitely going to focus on Prime, since she's, like, one of the characters. All the characters will have, like, a milestone thing that you have to do, like dragon hunting, since I mentioned elsewhere. Maybe not next week, because I still have to prepare that with the other characters. Maybe I can tackle Google first. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I think for my own enjoyment, and just so I can continue, you know, streaming this game, and, you know, like, I'll do that. Outside like Tales. Like, although I could always do it as a character Tales. Like character Tales is now more individual based characters, while just I guess storyline series would be like multi-character usage. Primarily focus on stuff that I really should stream and really need to get through. And I'm gonna put it through everyone's head that this is the plan moving forward. And also I gotta put it through my head too. I'll probably make a post mentioning like this is the plan. Oh my god. Like this is definitely gonna be the plan moving forward. Also give me like a moment. Zombie active. Ugh. Oh dear. Again, like I'm not really gonna use her mechanic often. And it also really depends if Werewolf has been fully built up. It varies per stream or usage. So the Wolf of the Dice mechanic. It's again, she's a werewolf, but this is. So if I roll a dice and choose like if it's even or odd, then yeah. Actually,
Count this.
plans for the new series stuff. By the way, I don't think it will be next week anymore because I still have to prepare. Like I gotta draw out like the dragon hunting log, the log book in general, or the log that I'm gonna be using. Maybe some characters will be ready to go, but others won't be as ready. Also, that doesn't mean I have to draw humans. Oh god. Oh god, humans.
Don't slow down now.
Oh dear, I get prepared to run a marathon during... Well, not really run a marathon, but it's more like I have to run from one side of a town to another above for an event in December. The upcoming holiday event. The one of a few actually cool things that actually wait. Fuck. Wait, I was gonna boot it up after tonight's stream anyways. So how do you say fuck backwards? but yeah. Like but yeah, that's the plan. I have to say fuck backwards to just... But no, wait. I have to prepare for... Actually, if I do it like this, I can actually tackle multiple... You know, the more that I think about this series idea, the more I'm actually thinking it's a good idea. I'm convinced it's a good idea. Oh, and also, let me roll a dice real quick. Actually... Shit, did I close the page? Yes, I did. Alright. D20. Alright. Alright. Let's think of a number. Okay. What was the mechanic again? D4, D6. Just all the available things here. Okay. So, first, no wait, it has to be D4. Alright, 2. So, I either have to roll an even or an odd number with a D20, and that's how I turn into a werewolf. 19, okay. I'm sticking as what I am right now. When it spawns, you know, I could always just go somewhere else, but I want to be here since, well, it'll probably be here shortly. I think. I really hope it's gonna be here. Please be here. Please. New. This is series reform. Okay, so I talked about the new series reformed. Kind of. Talked about the Ultras Online stream series reform, question mark, or at least the plan, or at least the plans for reforming it. There we go. Up next is whatever else I can do. I can also do side questing in other places, since technically speaking this character is free to do whatever she wants to do. I can go fishing with this character, since she's my fishing character. Actually, I could do just that. I can go fishing with this very character, but I need to make sure I have a little guide ready to go. I can always do reds and count that as dailies. It's not spawning, is it? And I have a feeling it's somewhere else. Watch as it spawns as soon as I pass that tent. Maybe I should have explored this place more? You'd think I did because, you know, fishing character. And you'd be right. But, no, I'm not that lucky. Ah, dear. I am actually checking to see if it's active. I am actually seeing it's active. It's not active. Fuck. I think for reform ideas, but pretty good. The more I think about it, the more I'm actually gonna go for it. And the more I talk about it, the more I want to do it.
Why do you hate us, Maud? Your own king declared us allies, but still, you turn us away.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Alright. Now I can go fishing. Okay, so it's open by now. Nope. It's up by now. Nope. I just hope ESO won't give me a problem by the time I get there. If only it was nighttime in the game. I jokingly say that, but it could happen. That's an hour or two. Don't do that, please. It was over there, was it? I'm just exhausted. To be fair, I went on a walk today, and I went to bed late, and planned something. Wait. Sorry about that. I really hope that's something that's lodged inside my throat.
I admit it. I'm still a little uneasy about the Argonians' journey.
Popcorn. It's so good, but popcorn kernels that get stuck. God. Seriously, popcorn kernels. Ugh. Let's work on some art. But that's it. Next week I want to work on some art. So not just so starting next month. Next week. Sorry. So we can make a pun, I guess. But for real though, starting next week, so not just a new series, I'm going to restrict myself to, and it was just close. Cool, thanks. Cool, thanks. I literally just got there. I think I just saw it close. Great, thanks. And now I have to fast travel to the nearest area. I figured it was gonna be right there. Could have gone fishing, but I already got the fishing stuff. Why am I thinking about that? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Alright, let me roll a dice. 215. Alright. This only applies to the whole encounter. Whole area. You know, I want to be inside, but I know too loud.
That leads them out across the path.
Yeah. And of course, Elder Scrolls Online. line. The game's still up. Sure as well. Honestly, I wonder. I have to wonder. I know it's not streaming. At this point, it's not streaming. I figured out how to. I know it's not streaming. Yeah, there's just a lot. Again, I think like when it comes to
water, this way comes.
I think when it comes to the stream, I'd rather just talk. I'd rather just talk over, well, you know. Because I'm just not in the mood.
Wretched mortals. World.
Ever since this, I guess I'm just not in the mood. Dear. Okay, so I did Fighters Guild. I don't think we should still in East March. Just now to go to Malabator, which was like one of the harder places to go to. That I never did. And I'm not doing it on stream either way, because that will be for a Delves and Dragons stream. Or you know, just like something I'll do in my off time. Really? Is it buffering? Fucking is so. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm not doing this for a dungeon at all today. I am just doing it for a quest. I will do the dungeon stuff later. But for the encounter... Alright, so... the D4 is 3. 4... okay. Sticking with the staff for now. Alright, so if the numbers match in some way, so like if it's an even number or an odd number and they both match, so like if I rolled a 3 and I also rolled like a 5 or something, werewolf time. But I think that's a good thing. This is 2 dice.
Who's better than us?
I'm gonna be asking the same questions over and over again, even though you think I know it. And I probably do, it's just my... there's a lot of buffering, I guess, in my own brain. Yeah, it's buffering heavily. It's buffering pretty bad, actually. Not the stream, I don't think, but my brain. That doesn't help.
Never a dull moment.
Oh man. I can make it. I should have taken a little rest. Not for tonight's stream. Because I am exhausted. Incredibly exhausted. Trained. Even. But while loading, I'm going to type something out real quick. Like, something else. Again, I'm not doing requests, even though technically speaking I could. That's for another time. That will either be for my off time or during a Delves and Dragons stream. Either off time or Delves and Dragons. I'm not doing this quest. I'm skipping it.
Get down!
I'm skipping this quest entirely. I'm gonna be here for one day.
Now!
Actually, this is a good grinding spot. It is a good grinding spot for gold, which I need a ton of. There. Alright. I have heavy armor, so my stuff is terrible. But if I can avoid this... Wait, did I deal with this before? Wait, did I already do it with this character? Apparently I did. I think this is my first time here with this character, so...
Maybe old, but I still have some fight in me. Have at you!
easy stuff. Roll the dice. It's all luck based. Game. Alright, let's get out of here. I really hope there's nothing going on with the game today. Please everything be alright. Please. Oh no. I wonder if going on... Maybe I should have watched more the other... last week. Definitely. I definitely should have. I really hope it's nothing like... I really hate the feeling that happens in that one foot. Again, like, the pain, like...
Ah, people. Great.
Mood. Sometimes. This is just me trying to walk into my own bathroom sometimes. Whenever I have this foot pain, I have to take it slow, and it's also hurting like hell. So I'd probably be losing health too, if we look at it like a game. Yeah, it's pretty bad actually. And I do not want to deal with that pain ever again. Right away. Okay, let's see. I also did make a new thing, so please be there. Okay. Actually, I could just
Yes, the East March chapter said your name would be carved into the halls of Sovngarde. But they didn't send gold. Your deeds are good enough to commemorate for all time, yet they left me to pay the reward. Typical for the East March chapter.
Fighter skill, done. Alright. Major skill is next, and then Undaunted, and then we're done.
Rub it in, why don't you? If you must know, Shadowstula has rejected me.
Nonsense, I'm sure it's a clerical error. Or something. Yes. Seriously though. Ow, ow. That's not a... let me roll a dice again. Not for this quest, but for the next one I'm doing. If it builds up. If you don't know.
Peculiar. Shivering Isles residents are said to drink the stuff because it reveals secret truths to them. The Order...
Mage Guild? Mage's Guild. Alright, so far I've done Mage's Guild and Fighter's Guild dailies. And I'm daunted in just a second. Then it will be Western Skyrim, for Reach. Whatever I did it, I'll do with it later. Maybe I should have brought it down to like 2. Oh well. Another time perhaps.
That's good. Don't know what's inside, and I don't really care. All I know is that the client is willing to pay.
Daunted, thank you, autocorrect for once. Alright. Alright. Western Skyrim and the Reach. Alright. We're going to Western Skyrim. Ow. Ah, dear. Oh, dear. This is not a good feeling at all. terrible feeling. Alright, Western Skyrim. Wait, did they fix... I hope they did not fix it. It was actually pretty cool how it was. There was a thing for a time, if you did, like there's a way where you can do 2 Heraldstorm quests in Western Skyrim and the Reach for a time. I don't know if they fixed it by now, and I'm not gonna test it because Heraldstorm questing is so hard. No, seriously, like Heraldstorms are the world event for this storyline. They're pretty hard to deal with. And I'm saying that from experience. Also, I don't remember who I was supposed to talk to.
If you have any experience...
The code... There's an 8.
The code...
Another day, another infernal Heraldstorm.
Yeah, this is who I was supposed to talk to about that. Alright, anywho, I have to be a werewolf for this quest. What was I doing? Saw it. Midnight Barrel. Yeah, there it was. There we go. Literally right there. I hope. Sometimes it doesn't mark it on the map right away. It's weird. Oh wait, maybe I should have a werewolf counter. Maybe I should track how many times I turn into a werewolf with this character. Werewolf counter 0. It currently at 0. Why was there no music? Or like rival music? Or fanfare? Why was there no fanfare for me arriving here from this game? It's back to ambient music. It's hard to hear. Werewolf has to build. The werewolf has to build up. Werewolf form has to build up the bow. And it's exhausting. It makes me exhausted all the time. It's
Eyes up.
exhausting.
Weapons ready. We've got this.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so Dice of the Wolf. D4 and D20 has to be either matching number or either odd number. I don't know. That's how I'm doing it. For Dice of a Wolf, it's a D4 and a D20. It has to either be the same number, for at least for the first 4. So like, if it's 1, 1, that works fine. If it's and so on and so forth, up until 4. but as soon as it reaches that, it has to either be it either has to be a even number or it has to match. Actually, it either has to be both dice have to be either even or odd numbers. I don't know. It's just a mechanic I thought about, just to make werewolf transformations seem fun. Well, at least for me. I mean, it's always fun, but... And now... werewolf counter. Why is it sometimes it takes forever for it to die? Am I even going the right way? Oh, God, it worked that. Wait, oh, wait, I didn't transform into a werewolf much. I don't think I transformed into a werewolf that much during the rest of the scenes. Like, I thought I did. Apparently I didn't. It's probably fine. Oh shit, I gotta get moving. Unlike my character is a werewolf, I have a limited amount of time. It's a werewolf. Which, by the way, for those who aren't unfamiliar with the game, you see that bar under my magic? That's the werewolf count timer. So once that reaches 0 or something, or I can't hit 2 buttons, I revert back to a human. Which, now that I think about it, I feel like the next character I make has to be a werewolf Ch. Oh my god, that was funny. Actually, I'm doing that. The last character I'm making will be a werewolf Ch. And the funniest thing is they're like a... So it's like where lion, wolf. Actually, real thing too in the lore. In the Elder Scrolls lore, there's actually something called were-lions, I think. I'll double check. I'll have to double check. But gameplay-wise, it's just werewolves. No big deal. Werewolves are pretty cool. Come on. Give me something to kill. Oh no, I'm running out of time. I can delay it. Anything. Can I kill? Yes, food. Food. Something to eat. No. Thank you. Thank you for providing me something to eat. I'm hungry. Taste cold. It's a fucking ghost. So of course it's cold. Or hot, depends. You know, it tastes pretty cold, actually. You know what?
You good? Of course you are.
I don't know why I'm making like this commentary. Whatever. Anything to do with this as a werewolf. Wait a minute. Isn't there like a dedicated outlet?
Something on your mind.
Something on your mind. Wait. There's an woo button. Well, actually it's more like me putting away my weapon button, but it's a dedicated woo button. Yeah, I knew this. Wait, do I have to level up anything with werewolves? Wait a minute, do I have to level up anything with werewolves? I think everything's matched, except for this. Claws of Life. Oh, that sounds so cool. I'm going for it. Claws of Life. I think my first character has claws like the other one. I want to be a little different compared to my first character, who's a werewolf too. Let's go. Oh, that might actually be really good for boss fights. Actually, it would be actually really good for boss fights with this character. Being a pack leader, where I have two little dire wolves with me, fighting alongside me. That would have been pretty cool too. Yeah. You know, something that'll come in handy. I have drawn imagery of this character fishing as a werewolf, even though fishing as a werewolf is illegal in this game. The game won't let you fish as a werewolf, and it sucks. Okay, let me roll a dice. Okay, yes! Another werewolf transformation. Again, it doesn't have to match, it just has to be... They have to either be both even or both odd numbers. That's how the mechanic's going to work for today. Whenever I transform into a werewolf today. Which, that's for the next quest. Alright, werewolf counter 1. Maybe I should do Cyrodiil. That might count, but it also depends on if it will work. Maybe? I'll probably be frustrated.
The Tales of Tribute tournament is about to begin.
I'll probably be angry because it's Cyrodiil hell.
Frankly, I'm uncertain about the merits of this avenue of research, but the coterie is about the pursuit of academic excellence. So, I must trust in the process. I thought you were crazy to do it, but I admire your bravery. Here, your reward.
Oh, I totally didn't forget about this. Thank you for the follow. Shane's Frost Shade? I hope I said the name right. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Okay. I didn't think about it. Isn't there like... Wait, there's like 2 dailies I could do here. Murkmire. I'm talking quietly because... reasons. Alright. Oh, wait. If I do Cyrodiil, that's a bit of a problem. Because it's Cyrodiil. But, on the other hand... What do y'all think? Cyrodiil time? Should I do Cyrodiil for this series? I mean, it doesn't matter, because I'm doing the dailies in Cyrodiil. Not really fighting in the war itself. Well, kinda. I have that. Alright, who do I have to talk to? You?
Will you answer the... Ah, hello, adventurer. There's a crate. The meat? Not all.
Oh, no.
Finally, someone who looks strong enough to actually...
Alright, and
the sacred shrine. The Reach needs protectors now more than long before invaders claimed ownership of our sacred sites. Take this one. People.
Okay, where am I going for that quest? Alright, the Reach. Okay, so it's right there. And... help. I'll just do that. That's easier to get to. Help. Oh dear. I never did this, so maybe I should. Maybe. Wait, there's a lot of stuff I didn't do during the series. Like chat, like for those who don't remember, or those who do remember, I did Hafvild Heart, which was focused on this storyline. Why don't I go back to this area? Because there's some quests I didn't do. I totally missed out on some quests. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of a point of this series, in a way. Wait, what else do I have to do? Welcome to the Reach. Yeah, I did all of this before. The only thing I haven't done is Reach Wind Depths and the Arena. Which, hopefully I can do that with Sharp. I feel like that's more like a dungeon thing I could do, though. Part of me thinks it's a dungeon. What do y'all think? Dungeon? Or I can do it. I'm not sure. I probably won't. I'll probably just skip it in favor of just doing dailies. And it's not the type of werewolf that gives you like energy in this game. It's just a normal werewolf. If I was in like the Rift and it was like that time of day, if I found a werewolf, that is definitely a guarantee. No! No! Elder Scrolls, please, no. Oh no. Everything's fine. I hope. If I'm buffering, please let me know. I can't figure it out then. I'm gonna be a werewolf. Maybe I should have the werewolf counter. The gears in my brain are turning right now. They're turning. I really hope this is from the main event going on right now. I really want you to play ESO today. I'm gonna check actually. I really hope that's just certain stuff, not the game. I've been live for like an hour, and there's nothing really wrong with the stream. It's probably just the game servers. I really hope it's the game servers and not me. Because I'd be devastated. Just I've been. My goal is to at least get to 2 hours, then maybe wrap up, or see how long you can go for. My streams are usually between 2 to 4 hours, usually, roughly 4 hours, but I sometimes go for like longer or shorter. I'm hoping I can go longer today, but we'll see. Alright. Let's go talk to that guy, but before we do that... wait. Did I think I got the achievement already. Did I miss? I think that was an achievement if I didn't get that. I think that was how I got that achievement. There's like an achievement you can get where you jump from somewhere. I think where I am. And that's how you get it. Alright, so this is actually perfect because 2 points per day in the Reach is so much better than just a point a day. But then again, I had like a new system of how I can complete a lot of my tasks. I mean, technically I can get like... What are points? Like, huh? What am I talking about? What is this point system? It's a thing that I do. It's a thing that I like doing.
This looks nice and inviting. Oh, you ready?
Yes.
Where are you?
Oh shit, is my weapons ready? Oh, my staff needs charging, but...
Good looking out. Recharging that.
My armor needs repairing. Shit. I don't have a repair kit. I'm gonna have to be careful then. I have to be incredibly careful. Alright, werewolf counter. Wait, did I transform into a werewolf during that entire fight? No. It was taking its time though, so I still owe a werewolf transformation. Is it time though? The werewolf form light's taking sweet time to build up though. Yep. You're welcome, my lord. I wonder if he can be a supportive werewolf.
Got your back.
I mean, technically, I can heal myself now. Like, would have been better.
Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way.
I'm waiting for the line from Sharp. Sharp here has an interesting line that he likes saying, chat. He's basically a modern gamer, if you think about it. In some ways, he's like a modern gamer with one line. Just one. You'll probably hear it during the stream. Hopefully. If the stream is not buffering to hell, like it is for me. As long as you can hear me just fine. At this point, while it's buffering, that's fine. Maybe it's just something else. Like, to be fair, tech issues are fun. Waiting for the line. I still need to get that voice line, like audio clip. Just saying. Like I need Sharp to say the line and have it as a voice clip. Then there's like something I'm really doing. Also, how I drive this character in her werewolf form actually looks pretty cool. All those You know what's funny? Whenever I draw this character like as like an anthropomorphic wolf, I mean she is a werewolf after all. And there were anthropomorphic foxes in this world, but they're all extinct because Bethesda does not like having canines outside of like werewolves or something. You know, it'd actually be kind of cool to have like a fox thing, a foxfo race in this game. Like, I can never say the town. They're like little moths. Like, they're called something. Anyway, werewolf counter 2. I'm done. In reach. They're pretty cool. Or at least the concept art looks pretty cool. Like, if I can find, like, a page, I can provide... If you've watched Elder Scrolls videos like I do, or if you just look up, like... Actually, hold on. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. I guess here's some homework for y'all. Elder Scrolls. Yeah, look up Elder Scrolls Canine Races. And also try to find it under the UESP, or the unofficial Elder Scrolls page, as that's a little more reliable than, like, fandom wikis or whatever. Although, it seems like there's a little more...
Let's just do what we came here for, and get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just a lot of cool stuff, and I would love to play as like a fox.
I see you. Thank you, Harrier. Lork taught us to fight back against the darkness in our hearts. It's worth reminding him that I still hear him.
Alright. You know, I'm surprised that...
Excellent. If the Reach folk were worried, I shudder to think what that egg contained. I'll let them know that my contacts in the Reach appreciate the work we've been doing for them. I'll let you know when they need something else. And remember, I pay well for services rendered.
Alright, the Reach. Okay, sorry about adjusting. Any weird stuff from me adjusting my headset? Now it's a Murkmire daily, which is funny because I have to go to Murkmire later. But I'm gonna skip that in favor of something else. And I shudder to know what it is. I know what it is. It's pretty bad. It's torture. Or not. Maybe it's just chill. But it's gonna be stressful as all hell. Maybe I am being a little dramatic for talking about Cyrodiil questing, but you do it. You do it, chat. You tell me how fun it is. Just being jumped all the time. By some random asshole.
Fancy a life of treasure hunting? Cyrodiilic collections.
There really should be like a player versus them. Something like this game. Like a player versus maybe a co-op zone. Like an actual co-op zone. Where you and 4 or more players fight incredibly hard enemies. Actually, that sounds cooler than...
Who will step forward
like,
for
yeah,
the
yeah,
Nagakur? Need someone who isn't afraid to get their hands dirty. That you?
You know, now that I think about it, I feel like that something that I'm thinking of actually sounds cooler. Like, it might actually put something to shame. It might put the Civil War questline in Skyrim to shame. Actually, you know, use a hot take. Elder Scrolls Online, with its player versus environment, player versus player, does do that. It's just hell. It's just hell on Earth. There we go. That's my opinion for the day. But for real though, like, when it comes to certain things, like when it comes to war quest lines in Elder Scrolls,
do you like treasure?
There really should be like
the swamp with collections.
There really should be a co-op thing for this game, like a massive one.
All right, Juksu.
Though the Saxriel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history,
will it make me enjoy Cyrodiil more? Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. Like, I'd probably smile doing it more. Actually, is this like, do people? I'm curious if people have a similar thought I do. Hold on. Let me check this out. ESO, Rodil. Huh.
These trees really can grow in all sorts of places, can't they?
Oh yeah.
All they need is proper maintenance from someone who cares enough to see them thrive.
Oh yeah, some commentary from Sharp about the Hist trees. You know, the more I think about like a player versus environment co-op like thing for this game, for Cyrodiil, the more it actually sounds kind of cool, but how I'll describe it is awful. Like, it will be pretty bad, actually. But at least it can try. Like, at least I can try to describe it how I'd imagine it. Plus, I'd probably like it more if it was like this. Technically speaking, Elder Scrolls Online is co-op. Like, it is an MMO, yes, but it's also kind of a co-op game too, in a way. But my idea for Cyrodiil would be, like, I mean, alright, let's say... Actually, you know what? First and foremost, let's find a safe place. I think right here is safe enough. So this is Hell. I mean Cyrodiil. So whatever alliance you are, you will be here. Like, your job would be to, like, obviously do what player versus players like. However, with higher leveled enemies or AI that are smarter in a way. They can use siege weapons, they're free to use whatever that the game allows them to, or something. Obviously, this is all just an idea in my head.
It sure is something. Now what?
The main thing would be like whatever quests you pick up, it'll get harder. So like, let's say you were pushed all the way here. Your alliance is pushed all the way here. That'd be like an easier thing. Throughout the, let's say, because I'm a pact member, like everything from this area to this area would be kind of easier, while everything farther from the main alliance, like conquering the main ring right here, would be harder stuff. Or something. I don't know. Would it make Cyrodiil enjoyable? I guess. Will it make it fun? Maybe. I already said that, but whatever. But it's an experiment to try. Does it hurt to try? Did I roll a dice for... Did I already roll a dice for this area? Let me do that anyways, if I didn't. I think I already... Oh, I'm gonna roll again. 2. Yes! Another werewolf transformation's coming. If I can transform into a werewolf. Also, another little complaint I have about Cyrodiil. The campaigns are old. Like, the names are pretty old. Usually, sometimes CSO updates them after some time, but ever since 2020, it's all been like... It's been 40 years and it's still the same names. Ravenwatch, Grey Host. Like, they didn't even update it yet at all. Actually, if you want proof, just go to Cyrodiil. Go to campaigns. You have Ice Reach, Everglow, Quagmire, Ravenwatch, Blackreach. Which, by the way, I should do that later. Ah, fuck. Do I want to go to hell? Do I want to go to hell? I mean, Cyrodiil, sorry. I get the places confused. But, do I want to go there? I mean, maybe. I mean, would it be fun? Is it fun watching the stream? Frustration? No.
And down they go.
And I want our Sharp so Sharp will not be here. It won't also be a main campaign, it's just there. Ah, yes, Murkmire questing. I really hope this quest isn't broken. I really hope this quest isn't broken.
Should have been more prepared.
I really hope this quest didn't break yet. Sometimes questing, doing dailies can break. But I know they did some fixing. Like they fixed up some stuff in this game. Barely. I say that because I'm frustrated.
You weren't keeping score, were you? Me neither.
Is there any other bones up here?
You should have run.
Wait, we're out of time. Barking noises. Why does not wait. Oh, come on. Come on, ESO. Don't tell me it's all just up there. Elder Scrolls, you better tell me where it is. Elder Scrolls. This entire franchise, you better tell me where the last skull is. Is it right there? This entire franchise, I swear. I think my way of transformation is over. You better not run into these in your adventures. Why am I making fun of a video that, for most part, is entertaining to us? They're so common. Like, they're so common. They're not written. Alright. Let's get out of here. Alright. Murkmire dailies. I did like a lot of dailies. Oh boy. Oh dear. Expect me to be a little frustrated if I go here. Since that is the plan. We're gonna be doing some Alliance War stuff. As long as my alliance, this character's alliance, favors the place I would like to go to.
Are you an adventurer? Oh, have I got an adventure for you?
I will wait. What is supposed to be here anyway?
How's it coming with those remains? Famia's going. Well, someone will be very pleased. If they're pleased, I'm pleased. When I'm pleased, you get gold. I think you'll find.
Alright, there we go. Murkmire. Alright, so I've done Fighter's Guild, Mage's Guild, Undaunted, Western Skyrim, The Reach, and Murkmire dailies. That does mean one last thing. Hell on Earth. Seer Hell, if you will. You know what? I'll say where it's fine. Here. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do the one that kind of favors my character's alliance more. I have no set home. I'm hoping this favors this character's alliance. Normally I don't do Cyrodiil on stream, but because it's an event going on, and I think it works. Okay. Does it favor my alliance first and foremost? kinda. It kinda does in some way. Welcome to hell, chat. Welcome to absolute hell. Literally one of the worst places you can go, or the best place, or something relaxing, I guess. It's the worst place if you don't have a mount. A fully upgraded mount. Like, if your mount is terrible, also, I swear, if this is a thumbnail for this stream, if someone just checks this out, that'd be hilarious. Yeah. You do need a mount to get around here. Now, there is a way I can do this stuff. Now, this does favor my alliance a little more. It depends on time of day. But because I don't want to suffer for too long, I'm only going to focus on the player's environment stuff. And how I complete Alliance Wars stuff, like, because in one of my books I have a thing that says Alliance Wars and a number. It's, for the longest time, it's whatever gives me AP, outside of, like, killing someone in this game. The main way I can earn AP, or is defending or attacking a fort, as well as doing, like, these dailies I'm doing. To be honest, I prefer doing dailies over what I have to do. Now, town dailies are kinda complicated and frustrating. And I have taken notes, I have mentioned, like, my findings. The campaign we're in, Ravenwatch, tends to favor the Dominion at some points. Like, a couple nights ago, it definitely favored the Dominion. Today and last night, it's favoring this place, my character's alliance, which Hafvild's alliance is. But don't expect me to get involved much in the fighting often. I mean, maybe I will, because, well, I used to do that. But I'm so close to completing my dailies, I might as well do that. If you enjoy Cyrodiil Hell, more power to you. I just don't. Well, again, I've even said this a few times. Cyrodiil at certain points of the day, this is nice. Cyrodiil during the day, yeah, as I've said multiple times, like, I don't think I need to repeat myself over and over again. Like, I think I've said this already. Cyrodiil during the night, or during the day, it depends on the campaign, actually. This is nice, smiley face. But Cyrodiil now, or the time I tweeted and posted that, 11 AM, this is absolutely hell. What the hell? Thankfully, there's, like, I'm far enough away from the action, so here's hoping that there's not gonna be like a random Dominion player. If there is, I'm not gonna fight them. Unless they're like that type of person who will just jump someone. I'm not gonna attack someone for just vibing here. I'm not gonna say anything about my teammates or someone like this person right here. I'm just using them as an example. That's a problem. There's 2 Covenant players here. I don't know if they're chill. I want some. If they're chill, then I have no problem. But if they're, you know, actual reason why I call this place hell. Why is combat music playing? For a record, I'm not gonna really attack, like, unless they attack first. I know some people like attacking first and being like that. I'm more like if we're in the actual battlegrounds, or you know where the objectives are, then yeah, I will fight you. But if we're right here, I'm gonna relatively leave you alone. And I already kind of avoid objective usually. This doesn't really apply for Seer Hell or actual hell on Earth, the Imperial City. But you know what's actually kind of a shame, because it kind of looks cool. The Imperial City in this game looks cool. Like an updated graphics for this area. Don't get me wrong, the Imperial City in Oblivion looked cool, and it had character. But I can't exactly play Oblivion. Now can I? I mean I can, it's just I can't stream it. Oblivion was a fun game too. You know, all the memes aside with Oblivion, it's actually a great game.
We have no home
to be honest, I prefer Skyrim more, something like Skyrim more, since that's what I got into when it comes to this franchise, but hey. Hell, I am actually trying to give the second game a try, and it's not easy at all. It actually does feel like playing an online version of D&D. I just hope I have enough inventory space for this. I just hope I have enough inventory space for this. Oh, lucky.
Indeed.
Lucky, indeed. This is actually kind of lucky, too, because after this, I'm gonna need to go to the front lines, maybe. Oh yeah, I have to fight in the Alliance War. Oh, there are two people here. This person and I hope they're not the type of person to jump random people. Alright. For the most part. Okay, what about this person? I wonder, maybe I should rebuild this character more. Alright, they didn't attack, so hopefully we don't have to fight each other. I'm not gonna attack someone unless it also my characters are usually more focused on player environment stuff. Like a lot of the content in this game. All my characters are player PvP. Ah, yes. I really hope, like, I've said this a few times because some people on, like, a platform said the servers are kind of bad. But throughout most of the day, I didn't have a lot of issues. Like, outside of maybe a few frame rate drops here and there. Like, I relatively was able to play ESO just fine, and for 4 hours one time in Cyrodiil during this awful event. Also, I really gotta work on my volume. I'm so sorry. Gotta work on it. I just hope you all can hear me when I talk quietly. The reason why I chose this guy. Good. So in Cyrodiil there are like selective quests in here. So there are 2 NPCs that offer dailies. I could pick up 2. So I could pick up 1 daily somewhere. But one of the dailies might involve going far away. Or one of the dailies might involve a delve. And one of the dailies could be Death to the Crone. Okay, so there's a quest called Death to the Crone, where it's a Daedra. It involves a killing a Daedra from, like, a delve. It's a quest offered from this town right here, and it's one of the worst quests you can get in this entire zone, actually.
Always too sorry, but I can't be caught or killed.
Hold it right there.
Okay, so why it's so bad, actually. Spawn time. Death to the Crone, or Baresti, or however you say the boss's name, spawn time. The spawn time is so bad. Like, even if you think, oh hey, one of the bosses spawn, that's cool. No. No. The boss that you have to fight and kill for a quest never spawned.
Of course.
It is so bad that I do not like it at all. Also, please. Again, like, I don't mind being helpful. Like, again, ESO's sometimes a co-op game. Not, like, obviously, if I really want to roleplay as a soldier, I go in front line. Oh. Actually, you know, you can... I think you have an ability where you can attack me and get up here. I've learned that you can use the... Oh, you got it. If you didn't know, you can use this area to get up here without going on the other side. It's actually really handy if you just want to skip some areas in this area, in this zone. Like, it's really handy. It really comes in handy. I personally don't care about fighting.
I'm amazed the...
Maybe they do, but... eh. Alright. 9 more after... Alright, so there are 9 more quests left to do here. 9 more quests and we're done. Or I'm done. Well, not really permanently done. Like, I just do it just because I like having something to do. It's something I enjoy, and like, it's... So, in Cyrodiil, and to a lesser extent the Imperial City, I don't think I've ever mentioned the Alliance War. For a longest time, I think I'm keeping it as the Alliance War, and I think I'm keeping it at 10 things to do. I'll take a picture of what I'm talking about and share it on, like, Blue Sky and Twitter. just so y'all know what I'm talking about. It is a system I have. It's like, right now, I've shared pictures of it before. Also, do be aware my handwriting is god-awful. The Divines cannot save me for my god-awful handwriting. Like, gods can only save my awful writing. It's not too bad, actually. So, Sylvian? I'm pronouncing his name as Sylvian. Sylvian is cool. Anywho, this guy, the quest I'm doing right now, like, I've already explained, it. I don't think I need to do it again. So, let's say I do Burma, since that is, if it's still under my alliance's control. If Burma is still under my control. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter what favors which, like... Maybe I should take notes more, like... I know some days might be... like... I don't expect it to be accurate notes. So, like... If I was... You know, what if I did that? There's also another, like, hidden thing for all this. So this guy offers a question that's primarily outside and close to the town. Wow. Wow, this guy... Well, her, I think?
We're hanging by a thread here.
Yeah, her?
Across the river.
She offers everything around town and far away, which can be pretty bad at some points. Especially if you're not trying to get noticed by people who just want to kill you. And also this... No, actually, here's something I do while I'm here.
Well...
Oh yeah, here's something I do in this area. Game chat. So, like, during the night time, I'll probably do this later tonight actually. Later tonight I'll do this. I put on like a video, either gameplay, historical stuff, you know, like a history animated something from a channel I like, to some sort of game thing. So like gameplay, a video going over gameplay of their attempts at something. Just a lot of gaming and that's kind of what I do in this game. I feel like doing this is fitting because, you know, event and all, and also because I could probably be here all day and just talk all day about random shit. When it's not overwhelming, and when I feel like my life is not in danger. If my life is in danger in Cyrodiil, then I want to do like this casual talking, chatting section. But I don't think my life is in danger for a while.
I look forward to the sounds of puking coming from across the river. Should make things safer around. We're hanging by a I used to collect... Bring me whatever you find and bother.
And here it is. This is the only delve-related quest. But if, let's say, that outpost was under attack, that would be really bad. I'm gonna look this up. I'm not gonna transform here because, you know, it's hell. Or, you know what? I'm free to do whatever I want. I can do whatever it is I want to do. Oh dear. City populations. Outer Scrolls. Okay, so going based off this post from an unfortunate username on Reddit, of all places. Reddit can be good for some information, but it's also fucking Reddit. Like, oh god. It's something. But I'm not going to say that, like, these are like the official numbers, but it is an estimate. I'm going to go with higher numbers, but given that there's an active war, probably less than what's given. So Shanel, or, you know, the town we're doing questing for. Shanel, however I don't remember. This town right here. This place right here. It has a rough population of 10 to 150,000 people. Roughly. But this is all estimate. Let's say yeah, so, yeah, that makes sense. So, but, given that there's an active war going on, more like active civil war, I guess? And then it's probably less than, like, it's probably less than 100,000 people. But let's say it's roughly 100,000 people, let's say. So, the city we're doing questing for has 100,000 people. But in gameplay, it's probably less than that. And given that there's an active war and killed, it's probably less than that. Actually, I gotta know, why is the city under some sort of war? Let me look that up after this. Actually, I'm gonna have to double check. I don't remember. Hold on. Okay. Yep. dear. Oh yeah. Wandering soldiers. So yeah, we're helping the city. Sort of supplying what it needs. Which is funny because most guards from my alliance, I say my alliance because usually I get the planets Dominion. Or I can say Hafvild soldier. Do I do more Cyrodiil? I don't want to go. I don't want to be here for too long. Like, there are times I just don't want to be in Cyrodiil. I'm only doing it because I'm so close to finishing something, and I thought, why the hell not? I get to show you why this place is called Hell. Why this entire place is hell for me. We're not at that point yet. Like, we're still kind of secure. Kinda. I might not be able to finish everything though. I'm realizing that if I can get to 5, I'd be happy. Well, 5 things left. Like halfway done with. Actually, I finished like 50 tasks with this character over a period of a year. Roughly a year. Or maybe that's just how long I had it active for. Gotta remember, I don't go here often. I just want to tackle it during this event, since I get bonus rewards. And free money. Oh, and also I really want a hack trebuchet, let's say, but in order to do that I need to level up my rank. And in order to do that, that means I have to do more. I realize what I have to do, chat. And it's painful. Ow. Very, very painful to do. Ow. Like, oh, are you a... Yep. You're a front line.
It's beautiful.
Alright.
Please.
Oh yeah, there's sometimes beef in the chat. Just a heads content warning, in-game chat can be awful. Like, this text chat can be awful. I've seen awful things being said in that very chat. Sharing now. However you say this place. Oh, 2 hours. Oh, cool. Here's something that this gets me 4 hours. By the way, looking at 4 hours, I'll probably stop doing Cyrodiil after I finish. Like, Also, I gotta go to like a station, crafting station location. Good enough, I guess. I have to wonder. If I spend like a whole week here, I'll probably say if I don't do this, then I achieve like the highest rank I can imagine here. I'll say that is when this town will be safe. The moment I'm like, you know what, I'm done with this character, like, here. Or something, I don't know.
Excellent.
It depends, like, how... Like, obviously, I think the rebellion...
We're hanging by a thread here. That's what I like to see. A spy reported that...
Also, can you tell me about this conflict?
Don't delay too
Why are you
long.
fighting?
For justice. When the Empire collapsed, the troops stationed here took over the town for their own gain. The townsfolk became their slaves, working solely to keep the troops fed, barely getting enough to live on themselves.
Let's spark this.
Donus Falto. When the Imperials forcibly enlisted him, he fled. His parents were devastated. His dad has been risking his life in the wilderness, trying to find Donos. That was the spark. The rest of us took up arms and started fighting back.
Who is this guy? Do we ever see the guy? Does the guy have an appearance in this game? Huh. Donos something. Donos something. Get to safety.
By Akatosh's scales, your help is welcomed.
Thank you. I thought I was done for.
Get to safety. Or something. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, no, it's not a problem. Okay.
I'll keep you in mind if anyone else gets captured. The soldiers insisted I give you this reward.
Wait, who are you? Oh, just... It's a generic NPC.
We're hanging by a thread. Bandits have taken it. They've erected...
I'll take it. I'll take care of it. Alright. 7... I might do the Alliance War stuff, like, focus on the actual objectives here, but I don't think I will. Okay, let me think. I think I did all the quests here. Which kind of sucks, because I'll have like a few more left to go. Like a few more things left to do. But whatever. There will be some objectives that I'm missing out on. I run faster with stamina. I miss you, Sharp, but I'm kind of pleased I get to be back with my companion, travel buddy, my fishing buddy too. Actually, generally speaking, I do have his mechanic with me. His ability with me, I think. So it's not like I don't have it. There we go. Some gold. Can I destroy this? There we go. Rush. There has to be like more things I could do here. That doesn't involve fighting. I mean, yeah, it's probably gonna be fighting. Oh boy. I kind of like the idea that everyone has like equal footing instead of like relying on like special abilities, like other like locations. Like I like the idea that let's say a level 40 player can kill me, as they probably can figure out. They probably know what to do. Or same thing. Whatever. The idea is like I like having some form of equal footing whenever I do these things. Ah dear. Are we gonna attack something soon? I guess people are focusing here. Like, it seems like a lot of the conflict is focused on this side. Quite fair. Where's my documentary? Where's my horror stories? That's kind of what I listen to. Again, as I already said that. Huh.
They'll build more, but you've slowed them down. The shadowed path will be a problem as long as this civil...
Alright, and there we are. All the questing in this town done. That only leaves whatever else I could do. Oh god. And I'll have to head back somewhere. Ooh, what's this? Oh, cool. Huh. Oh, cool. That sounds kind of cool. Oh, dear. Okay, so I finished off a quest in here. Kinda means now I have to get involved with the war. Oh, God. I mean, I do have a quest for the Alliance tracked right now, so it's just kill enemy players. Where the hell was this with my other characters? I have to kill like a particular class. I have to kill 20 Templars, kill 20 Dragon Knights, and so on and so forth. Also, I was trying to remember the classes in this game. Dragon Knights, kill blank, sorcerers, so on and so forth. Also, yes, I do know the classes in this game. I'm just Trying to remember the names. Let me figure it out. Okay? Okay, cool. Let me figure it out for myself. Okay? Cool. I have some stuff I could use. It's a lot of old stuff too, so... Note to self, don't go to Cyrodiil often. Wait. I want to see where everyone's going. Ah, dear. I mean, this works as a tail stream, I guess. I'm doing questing. This is the only time I'm doing this, by the way, for any tail stream, by the way. Like, just as we're clear, this is the only time I'm doing this. Like, going to Cyrodiil, because that's something that's been enjoyable-ish, I guess. Like, I've enjoyed doing it during the times I can actually do this. Let me check the map here. I'm trying to figure out where I can go. Oh, I figured out where I'm going. Defense-wise, probably not the best. Probably will fall. But hey. Where is the merchant? Alright, there you are.
When you fought for the Pact.
Yep. Where is it? Where is it? Do you not have... Oh, thank goodness you have it. I need those to help me out. Thankfully, I know it's a waste, but whatever. I guess I'm stationed here until I die. Looks like a lot of places are fully repaired. I'm trying to find like a thing I can repair. Maybe. Wait, are we attacking? Wait, we're attacking that place. Fuck. I can't decide. I can't decide what I want to do. I want to join the front lines, but I have a feeling that this place will fall if I head somewhere else. Fuck it. You know what? Front lines, let's go. dear. I'm not gonna make it there in time. Not at all. Actually, you know what? I'll save it then. Save it when I get there. Alright, time to go to war. We are going to battle. Ah, dear. Just if I ever accidentally hit a wrong button, I'm sorry. That's just any button like this. I like how one file has been more active lately, and I just made it. Another is just... I actually have an idea for next month for screenshots. Just in general, I got a cool idea. What if instead of dedicating I have like 3,000 screenshots for one game, what if I had a separate file, like I already have it for a lot of my stuff. It's like for this month I have a folder for art and PS4 screenshots. What if I have a file? I think I'm going the wrong way. I'm not finding the door. Man, the door is hard. This door was hard to get to. And I think it fell by the time I got here. If it didn't, I'm here as soon as it fell. I made it. I made it. I think I should count that as a Alliance War victory. Or not a... Fuck it, you know what, I'm counting it. I got AP from it. I got experience from it, it'll count. I'll count it. Alright. I'm not gonna group up with anyone here, by the way. Like, this is all just gonna be single, just myself. I mean, I could, but I'm streaming, so I'm just tagging along. You know, this is actually something I thought about doing during my... Oh my goodness, I could do this during, like, when I'm not streaming. Which is gonna be later tonight. I'm gonna go through, like, hopefully it will be, I can take some screenshots, and hopefully whatever my character's alliance favors this place, I want to take screenshots of this character, or any of my other characters, and make, like, join the Alliance War, or something like that. I've done it before. Heck, I just did it last night. I don't have a lot of time, because... By the way, I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. I'm probably streaming... I think I'm gonna stream... And there we are. That counts. I'm gonna say that counts because I need a victory in my life. I need a victory. Plus, there's no way in hell I can deal with any of these on my own. Myself. I can't deal with like a captured resource on my own. It's too scary. It's too scary capturing one of these on my own. Even though I had like a clip where I took one on my own years ago by taking over a tower, but that doesn't work much anymore at all. And I've tried. And it's under attack anyway, so might as well. Have a win myself. Alright. Ow. How am I doing that? Oh dear. Maybe it's time I switch up the character's personality. Alright. Alright, we got a victory. And with that, I have finally completed everything on my list, or one set of tasks, since it's all just Alliance War. So from May 18 last year to now, July 30th, 2024. It is over. I have to also remember to write this down in the notebook myself, or the notes I'm taking right now. Which, by the way, a lot of these notes will be for the archive. You know, the video on YouTube, when I eventually do this, upload this on YouTube. Don't think I forgot about that. No, did I? No, I never forgot about it. This is going up on my YouTube channel eventually. It won't be public right away because there's so many videos that I need to make public. But hey. Oh, and also do not expect me to be like, okay, let's talk about builds and whatnot. I don't really focus on builds that much. Just a lot of the builds I go for, you have to make. Because I am the type of player who prefers making the stuff that I use than, you know. Yeah, I am a firm believer that any sets or any builds I have for this character,
Magistrate's rocks nearly destroyed.
I have to make it with my hands. Or with my own resources. Is it easy? No. Not in the slightest. Do I want to give it a go? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and also there's also a matter of like what setup do I go for? And it's not like what you find in the game. It has to be blood, sweat, and tears made by hand. You know, there's like there's someone I saw. I saw someone. We're gonna have a fight on our hands. fight on our hands very soon. Thank you. By the way, I don't care if I'm fading this thing, but I do trebuchet from my home. There's actually a trebuchet version which you can get by well, level up here. Alright. Hold on. Ow. I bring you news from the front lines, from the rails. Rails? However, front rails? I think I'm saying it. I'm bringing you news from the rails front.
Aid me!
What's up? The war goes well, the Covenant is on the loose.
Now!
I need
the Covenant attack. Achieving victory. Or something. Okay, I'm just... Improv is totally not my thing. Or I'm not good at improv. Or like a reporter or something. By the way, I don't care what happens to this thing. As soon as it breaks, that's fine. I don't... It can break for all I care. War is going well, chat. War is going. Whoever's in charge of the army. The Covenant's on the losing side. Soon we're gonna focus on the south. Or something. But then we're gonna be on the losing side. Or not. Gotta be cautious because there could be a player. And I mean like an actual player. You know, like Covenant player. Because I did see someone with a shield on top of them. So like right above, let's say this guy's head on the center lines, there was a Covenant player. So we have to be cautious. Taking BM next. Bloodmane. That's what they mean by BM, right? I don't know the language people say in this game often. I like how this stream went from, oh, yeah, just do dailies and talk and do some casual stuff, to welcome to war. Welcome to the war. Welcome to war. Wait, what's that? It's time to go. Time to go war. Oh, just help. gotta be careful because someone might have poison. And that is 4 times I transform into a wolf. I think. Maybe it's 5. I don't remember. You know what? I'll say 4. It is ours now. Problem. This place is under attack. The outpost is under attack. I like how this whole stream went from, oh yeah, well, we're gonna just do some little questy. I already said that, but I think I thought about a better way to say it. I like how this quest went from, oh yeah, welcome to war. We're gonna do some daily questing and maybe do Murkmire because that's what I have to do. Welcome to war. Welcome to the front lines. Like, everything's... Welcome to war. Welcome to the Alliance War. Be able to make it in time before the attack. And also I really hope I have the skill points I have. Sometimes leveling up in Cyrodiil does not always guarantee a level up. From experience, it never did. And again, I'm speaking from like personal experience. Like I noticed that let's say my staff didn't reach level 50. Even though it said it did during my campaign, yeah. Maybe I have to set it as my home. Actually, seeing that as I'm here, and it's favoring my lines right now. But sure, why not? I'm not gonna get like the tier 3 bonus, but oh well, that's no big deal. I could deal with that later. I'm gonna be dealing with that a lot during the stream, actually. Tier 3 rewards can be either a ton of gold, which I do need. Like, if I can get a lot of gold from doing this, it's a lot of gold. If I was playing Casavaro, I'd be by a place where he lived, or as close to his origin as possible.
What?
But alas, that's not Are we gonna counterattack and retake this fort? Or are we gonna focus heavily on let me check. So welcome to this. Yep, welcome to the welcome to hell. Cyrodiil. Colon 3. Colon 3. It's gonna be welcome to war, or welcome to hell. Smile. I am definitely putting that in the archive, like, description. I should do a date. I should do some questing though, but I'm more interested in doing this stuff, chat. I mean, I'll probably do like Murkmire after this. Like, as soon as this is over, I'll probably go do some Murkmire stuff, but honestly, I'm more interested in doing this. Which is funny, because I hate Cyrodiil. But, then again, I like the rewards you can get here. Cyrodiilic rewards can be pretty good. Hell, there's actually some furnishings that you can only get here by level up. And it's not easy. In fact, it's actually pretty hard. I'll probably have to be here for like a month or 2 years to get it. Estimate 2 years. It's probably gonna fall by the time I get there. It's either gonna fall or it failed. I say it fell by the time we get there, just that team has been reliable. But the Dominion can launch descent. Well. Plus, another bit of an issue, I can never find the entrance in time. Like, by the time it falls, I won't make it to the entrance, because my favorite bar, my favorite resource to keep track of, the thing that's recharging right now, and if you guess stamina, you'd be correct. Stamina's awful, what the hell? And my magicka, my health. And to be fair, like, I'm thinking of finally just putting an end to just. I'm probably just gonna use what I have. Like, all stats increase, attributes increase. Problem. Major problem. Major problem. Who controls this? Wait, where? Oh dear. We gotta hurry. Oh wow, I have a lot of things to do after this stream. Because this is actually sending me in, I'm actually in a mood now for something. If I can get it working, maybe I can do something that I've always wanted to get working. I know it's still up to date. I know it's up to date still. Wait. Are we attacking this?
Yeah.
Oh, given this guy's here. Yeah, we are. I was not going to attack it without someone's help. Again, I have no confidence. I am not confident in my abilities. I have to wonder how many people actually died during this conflict. Like, is there like a stat of how many people perished during this conflict? I'll do it later. Oh no. Uh-oh. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, but also give me focus. Ah, dear. I swear, if I died randomly. Oh wow, that's a lot of awards for the worthy. Which, by the way, I really should do this, but with a Covenant character. Like, I need a Covenant character to do this with. I have one, actually. Now remember, I have characters for all the alliances. I have a character for the Dominion, I have a character for the Pact, which I'm playing as right now. And it's a character, like, characters. Because I am totally gonna say that first. But yeah, I have, like, characters for all the alliances. If anyone's ever interested to at least get the POV from this. Do note, I'm not gonna do that right away. In fact, I'm more interested in, well, not doing that. I swear, something scares me. Well, looks like this is ours now. It's over. The battle's over. By the time I got there, it's ours. Let me check Alliance War. Alright, Elder Scrolls Online, Alliance War. Okay. Okay. How about levels? Wait, it's under AP. Alliance points, by the way. I am rank... what was it? Rank 8. So that is Legionary. I need to be level 40. I need to be 44 to get a Trebuchet. Or Grand Warlord. Or if I want to be a, or higher, like, I might be interested in player versus player if it wasn't so hellish. Also, if there was like an enemy player nearby, please send me back to my objectives.
I suppose I could use another break.
Oh dear. By the way, if you're ever wondering, like, why some towns of mine in, let's say, Minecraft have like a lumber mill, a mine, and a farm, this is why. This entire game is why. This is totally why. I hope people are going after those, because ah, dear. Oh, they've taken it. Come, we have to retake some other stuff. Come, we have to hurry. If my stamina will let me. Yeah, my stamina will never let me. My stamina rather, well... Oh dear. So I see what's going on over there. Might check that out later. Okay, so, okay. This is not going to be easy because my damage output is not the best in the world. But I am a master backing away. As long as they don't, but didn't stun my stamina. Alright. Attacking them individually. Okay. As long as I don't get stunned by my stamina, we're good. Come on, ultimate. Ultimate. Alright, cool. Taking care of these guys while they're here might help. And of course, my resource management skills is terrible. Oh dear. So my plan is a strategy that I did before, if it'll let me. I'm retaking this. Oh. It's the last thing I do. If I die, I'm gonna give up on it. Like, I'm actually gonna give up if I die doing this. But my strategy is simple. First, I kill the mage from up here. And hopefully I can do this. I might have to go somewhere else for this. I don't have it. I forgot. I don't have a trebuchet. I don't have a ballista. But if it'll... Okay, stow. But I do have a... If I can get this at an angle... Set this up at an angle... I can fire at the command point. Yeah, it's lost. Yeah, it's lost. I totally didn't plan this ahead. But wait, maybe I have a better plan. From this way. Watch. And take notes. Wait, it were too little. What? It were too little. It needs to be closer. Well, not too close where it will fail to fire, but as close as it can be, so I can... Don't kill each other. It works. I'm hurt. These guys can heal themselves. Potion, why do you have to suck? Potion, why do you have to be like this? Wait, don't tell me this is gonna work. I just gotta keep track of my own. Oh god. Oh god. Wait. Yes! It's beginning. It's working. It's working. For how long? I don't know. Until someone jumps me. But it worked until one of the enemies respawn. But shh, shh, shh. Let me have hope that I can do this. If I do this myself, that'd be impressive. If it falls, if I can do this all by myself, please don't go this way. I already had a hard time capturing this on my own. It is literally just me here. Looks like I'm gonna have to fight. And my damage output is so bad. My fucking damage output is so bad. Or, you know, they're stronger enemies. And of course, there's a fucking healer. And as long as they stay away, I can fight them while they're, you know. I'll have something to do. Almost there. The problem, there's an enemy nearby. But again, capturing this will be impressive. Come on, so close, and if I do this, oh, it was so close. I was actually getting scared that that would have failed. Also cool, I captured something all by myself. It is doable, but it's not easy. Yeah, mainly because, you know, the enemy's at the point, you know. Yeah. But now, I'm allowing fast travel here. Was it easy? I literally just said no. I literally just said no. But hey. Okay, gotta remember. Captured. What is this place? Castle. Fair. Dial. lumber mill by myself. Sure, even though it's spelled like that. Sure, okay. It's, again, autocorrect on my phone. Autocorrect is not as bad on Google than it is. And it's still pretty bad. Like, autocorrect is still pretty bad. Sometimes. Like, it's helpful, but it's also really bad. And again, I am allowing us to get here safely. Oh, I had those. Oh. Oh, I didn't know I had those. Oh, I had these on me too. I think those, actually, yeah. Is there an attack coming? Oh God. I have a bad feeling that I have a really bad feeling. But before I this area has fallen. And I was right. It fell. I'm trying to think of like a good strategy. Or not really a good strategy, more like who can I assist in some way? You know, I gotta get out of here. I have to leave Cyrodiil and get back to the point of this series. But also, I wanted to do this. Just as a one-time thing, only. Tough. I only have 2 of those. I really only have 2. Oh wait, never mind, there's someone here. For a moment there, I thought I had to use my strategy. My stealthy strategy. Just to slowly take it over.
I'm hurt!
Not anymore. It's ours now. Unless someone comes in. Wait, where's the Emperor? Like, who is the Emperor of this campaign again? And let me check actually. Who's the Emperor of this campaign? Warrior. Oh, this guy. This guy's the Emperor. This individual is the Emperor of this whole campaign. How long did this person reign for? An entire day. Impressive. Ah, boy. Caution warning, I guess. In-game text chat. I mean, to be fair, for you, text chat is pretty hella awful sometimes. I've literally seen people use certain words to talk about certain players. I've seen some things from this chat. In-game chat, of course. I don't think attacking that area would be nice. It's helpful. Okay. I'm trying to think of what I could do, though. Do we go for the farm? I mean, it is an art. Or, you know, I could just call it a stream, actually, since, you know. Let me think. I gotta do this with my first character. I really gotta do this with my first character. Because I'm getting stuff that my first character wants. Just stuff that I need with my first character. I'm probably just gonna take what I want and then head out. I didn't get to do Murkmire, I'm sorry. But then again, this is more of like a laid-back type stream, I guess. Fuck, who do I want to raid? Yeah, I got one friendo or a birthday friendo who's 2 days, it's their birthday. Oh.
Did you hear some cultists found an old Daedric shrine in Fungal Grotto? Killed all the dreg just to get at it.
Alright. This is why I gotta come back. This is why I gotta do Cyrodiil with my first character. I'm getting stuff like that, which is something I would like to have in my first character. But getting this with this character is no big deal. Oh, I get it from that stuff too. I forget you can get that. Oh shit. Oh, nice. Yay. Some stuff that I really want. I'm being sarcastic, I don't want it. Those stuff I do want. Well, I think this character has those now. I think when I pick this up, this character, that means I think this character has it now. If I ever unlock that stuff. I think. There is one last thing that I gotta do. Okay, we already have everything. There's one last thing that I think would work fine. next week, or next time I do a Tales stream, I'm gonna actually focus on what I actually want to do. I just thought, you know what, dailies, since I could do that now, yeah. So, next week, depending if I am doing dailies or not, I will heavily focus on probably focusing on the stories aspect that I was supposed to do during this stream, but I didn't get to that. My bad. I mainly focus on the Alliance War. I mean, can you blame me? Can you blame me for doing that? Actually, I'm gonna hum. How's this collection? How's my collect? How's everything in my collection looking? Player vs. player, Cyrodiil. There's a lot of things that I gotta do here. It's a lot of stuff. Oh wait, that's... Wait, what's my armor again? Wait a minute, what was my armor? I don't remember. I think it is, like... Now that I think about it, I think I'm wearing... Covenant. No, wait. My character's Alliance armor. No, just Nord armor. Actually, I didn't really double check. Was it actually Nord armor? Yeah. I think I was going to go for Covenant, but I never got around to that. Plus, I always wear costumes. You know what? I think that's good enough for tonight. And also because I have food that's probably going to get cold, and also I do want to. So, I did. And... Oh. Okay, so here's everything that I did so far during the stream. This is everything I did during the stream. Dailies. Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Undaunted, Western Skyrim, The Reach, Murkmire, and Cyrodiil or Alliance War dailies. I talked about the reform, like possible reform for my series for this game. I mean, very soon, actually. Probably in like a couple weeks or next week. I have a werewolf counter for this character. It's 4, by the way. For this character's mechanic, Dice of a Wolf. I have D20. I use D4 and D20. And it had to be either... It had a match or either be... Same... I don't know. Like, it had to be either even, both... The dice have to be both even or both odd. Welcome to Hell, or... I did some Cyrodiil dailies, and I captured a resource on my own. I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough for tonight's stream. Part of me wants to stream more ESO, but and have it just be Cyrodiil Hell. But alas, I think it's good enough that I should wrap up now. Or at least I'm considering. Fuck, who do I raid? Yeah, I'm gonna start wrapping it up early. I mean, I streamed for like 3 hours, so that's good enough. I'll get to what I was doing later. Actually, I can do Murkmire now on my own.
Oh, there you are. I have been expecting.
Oh, looks like I'm doing Murkmire on my own. Oh well, it's no big deal. I was gonna do that anyways. Alright, and with that, that's the end of the stream. Normally, I am so sorry for ending, but I have food. Like, I'm only gonna end my stream early if I have food, or I'm just exhausted. Or, you know, I think it'd probably be in the best interest to wrap up. I think I'm gonna wrap up. Yeah. Thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for watching the stream VOD here on Twitch, and the VOD archive on YouTube. I'm probably gonna mess up the order, but whatever, who cares? I hope I was quiet as much as I was trying, but it was not easy. Whatever, I did my best. Speaking of, oh my god, I literally just spelled YouTube wrong. Like, it was something else. Here is my YouTube link for anyone in Twitch chat. You are probably watching this on YouTube right now, probably. For Twitch chat only, you have this. Or, you know, if you check out my card, which I have linked on my Blue Sky and Twitter. But to be aware, I use Blue Sky a little more. Not as much Twitter these days. And I think that's that. I'm thinking of raiding on over to someone that I know. I don't think I raid them often. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know how often I raid them. But it's a rare opportunity that I get to do this. And it's also their birthday. As a matter of fact. So let's raid on over to this person. You'll know who I'm raiding when I hit start raid. We're raiding this person, by the way, Twitch chat, and for anyone else, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time, and this VOD will be going up as soon as I remember to do so. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'm sorry for calling it early, but I just want to call it early. Anywho, thank you for watching. Catch you all next time. Farewell. Also, really good. Alright. Farewell.